Deep beneath the volcanic crust of the underworld, where rivers of molten stone flow like blood and the sky is forever scorched, a creature of ancient rage stirred. Samarth Tehri, a lava elemental, emerged from the magma, formed of smoke, fire, and seething fury. His body pulsed with inner heat, glowing cracks of molten core snaking through obsidian rock. He was not just heat, he was eruption incarnate, and his volcanic blood boiled with a hot temper even his fellow villains feared. From his chest surged the raw power of volcanic eruption, a force that could split mountains and melt steel. With ethereal strength, he could hurl molten boulders like feathers. His mind, though not godlike, held ancient insight, the steady focus of a sage. And though he was fast, his movement was more like rolling lava, fast but deliberate. His skin was tough, hardened by millennia of pressure, and his demon hunter fighting style meant that even creatures of shadow fell to his hand. By his side flew a massive dragon, scales reflecting firelight, wings leaving scorched trails in the air. It was no ordinary pet. This beast was legendary, feared in ancient scrolls, a fire breather of myth. Samarth Tehri burned with hate, chaos, and purpose. He was a villain not of greed or madness, but of vengeance. But in the shadows, another ancient was watching, a pale figure, a hunter of the night. His name was Jaden. The night of their destined clash arrived under a crimson sky, as a blood moon hung low and heavy. From the silence of that eerie night came Jaden, a vampire not born of suffering, but sculpted from war. Clad in blackened armor veined with crimson thread, his every step seemed silent, as if reality bent around him to conceal his presence. From the moment he entered the field, his eyes locked onto Samarth Tehri, not with fear, but hunger. Jaden was fast, timebender fast. His steps blurred, his cloak fluttered in distorted time, and he moved like seconds bowed to him. While his body was delicate, his attacks were not. His mind, like Samarth Tehri's, bore the mark of a sage, sharpened not by study but by centuries of battle. His heroic strength was enough to topple beasts thrice his size. But what made him deadly was the blood within. He activated blood fury, an ancient curse and gift passed through vampire lines. His veins surged red, his heart thundered like war drums. Every strike became faster, every dodge sharper. The more blood he spilled, the stronger he became. And he was not a simple shadow dweller. He fought like a warlord, calculated, brutal, and unshakable. Samarth Tehri could sense it. This wasn't a mortal pest. This was a predator, a villain like himself, but colder, smarter, focused. As the two forces stared each other down beneath the blood moon, the earth itself seemed to go silent. It was time. With a thunderous roar, Samarth Tehri unleashed the fury of the earth. The sky lit in molten orange as volcanic pillars erupted around him. Lava surged, forming claws, blades, and walls of molten stone. The battlefield became his domain. The volcanic eruption effect sent tremors through the land. Cracks tore through the earth, and rivers of fire obeyed his command. With ethereal strength, every strike he made shattered stone and shook the ground. His demon hunter training turned him into a force of devastating aggression, stalking with relentless momentum and swinging molten fists like hammers of a forgotten god. But Jaden didn't blink. He vanished, timebender quick, appearing behind Samarth Tehri in a flash of blurred motion. His blade, long and silent, carved arcs of red in the air. With each cut, he drained heat and power from the air, feeding his blood fury with every graze and injury he inflicted. Samarth Tehri's dragon soared overhead, unleashing a storm of hellfire. But Jaden was never where you looked. He moved like wind bent by time itself, and when he did strike, it was precise, calculated, cold. But even as the vampire danced, Samarth Tehri grew more furious. His hot-tempered nature boiled into recklessness. He charged blindly, the battlefield quaking with his steps. His own lava wall slowed him down, obscuring his vision, while Jaden remained calm, watching, waiting, bleeding him slowly. Strike by strike, flame by flame, the tide began to shift. The battlefield was scorched. Ash rained like snow, and rivers of lava hissed as they cooled. Samarth Tehri, the mighty lava elemental, stood in the heart of it, towering, burning, and fading. His fists were cracked obsidian, his magma core pulsing with dimming light. The dragon, bloodied and wing-torn, circled low above, its strength spent. Opposite him, Jaden emerged from the smoke. His blood fury had reached its peak. Every wound he'd taken had only made him faster, stronger. He moved with terrifying precision, the warlord instincts kicking in. One final flash, and he was inches from Samarth Tehri's core. A single stab, not deep, not powerful, but perfectly placed. The core fractured. Samarth Tehri screamed, a sound like molten mountains splitting in half, and fell to one knee. His volcanic eruption collapsed, sending a shock wave that knocked both of them off their feet. The dragon vanished in a burst of flame, its bonds severed. Lava began to harden around his limbs. Still, he tried to rise, but his hot temper betrayed him again. He roared in frustration, slamming the ground, but only caused his own downfall. The cooled magma gripped tighter. Jaden, exhausted and bleeding, rose first. He didn't gloat. He didn't speak. He just turned away as Samarth Tehri's magma heart dimmed, collapsing into a silent statue of obsidian and regret. The V.I.P. battle was over. Winner, Jaden.